This week marks 4 years since 10 people were shot and killed at Santa Fe High School in Texas. And now one of those victims, Kimberly Vaughn, will soon have an entire room at a local animal shelter dedicated to her memory. Natalie He spoke exclusively with her mother and has more on the story.
Well, this project has been in the works for 2.5 years, delayed and set back by COVID. But now Kim's room is about to make its grand debut, and her mother tells us she couldn't be happier with the turnout.
I love this. This makes me so happy.
Step inside Bayou Animal Services in Dickinson and feel the magic of its new facility. Sitting front and center is Kim's Cat Haven, named after Kimberly Vaughn, one of the 10 people shot and killed at Santa Fe High School in May 2018. Kimberly, a then freshman, would have turned 19 this year.
She told me when she got older she didn't want to have kids. She wanted to have 17 cats. Harry Potter was also one of her favorite stories, and we were lucky enough in 2018 in April to go to the Wizarding World, and that was like the best family trip ever.
Her mother, Rhonda Hart, has poured her heart and soul into creating this special and detailed dedication for Kim, combining her love for Harry Potter and cats all into one. Not to mention helping vulnerable animals find a safe home.
We've got little Dobby, who has been here the longest. He's one of our longest term residents at the shelter. And then Ronald Weasley is our young, active, cute boy. See, I'm not shy.
Kim's Cat Haven will specifically serve as the room for cats with feline AIDS, also known as FIV.
They also have a little bit shorter lifespan, and so it really matches with Kimberly. It seems like 4 years has just like flown by. But at the same time, it feels like it's gone really slow.
I don't think you move past it. You know, you always remember it, and every time there's another threat or anything like that, it's terrifying.
As the community prepares to enter the 4-year mark this week, the tears and the emotions of the tragic day may get easier to swallow, but never quite disappear.
I think that we're really at the same spot because the shooter still remains in long-term mental health care treatment. I've kind of made my peace with it, that we probably won't ever see the inside of a courtroom. You eventually get used to it, but it never goes away.
In honor of Kimberly, the shelter will be offering a special pay what you can for all cat adoption fees. It's happening all throughout the month of May.
If diamonds are a girl's best friend, why can't they also be her family? Well, now they literally can, as companies are turning cremated remains into diamonds. Jackie Ibanez has more on the unique way a growing number of people are choosing to honor and remember their departed loved ones.
You know the saying, diamonds are forever. Well, for a growing number of people desiring a permanent reminder of the loved ones they lost, companies like LifeGem and Eternova are transforming cremated remains into wearable diamonds.
It's a big one.
The trend is gaining traction as more Americans choose to be cremated.
We were starting to see this breaking of tradition and a lot of consumers moving away from having a traditional burial.
Data from the Cremation Association of North America reports cremation became, quote, the preferred end-of-life process in 2016. COVID-19 restrictions also further contributed to the rise, with about 55% of remains in the U.S. being cremated during the pandemic.
In the wake of a funeral, which is just a one-day event, you really have something to kind of lean into and to find some brightness.
The diamonds are created through a complex process where carbon is extracted from the remains.
We have to take our carbon samples and they have to be crushed to a very uniform particle size.
Then workers replicate how diamonds are made in nature using intense heat and pressure. It takes anywhere between 9 to 12 months for a diamond to be completed. They can be made in a variety of colors and even from the remains of your pets. The diamonds start around $3,000, far less than the cost of a traditional funeral. Prices go up depending on the size, shape, and color.